Good morning, Rotary Club of Centennial. Good morning. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning and going to enjoy this nice spring day today. And that's why I apologize for my garb today, but we've got 3 installs we have to get done today before the blizzard comes in tomorrow. So, Mary Alice, do you have an inspiration for us?
God of the universe, whose will it is that all your people should dwell together in harmony, we want to give you thanks for the opportunities we find in Rotary to widen our circle of friendship and goodwill. We're grateful for new friends whom we have come to know in this club, and for the joys we have found in sharing our own friendships with others. Lead us daily to find new avenues of goodwill in our business and professional life. Give us patience in dealing with those who are sharp and bitter. Give us creativity in finding ways to express ourselves, which will build better relationships. And Lord, give us a sense of humor that we may not take ourselves too seriously. Bless this club and its activities and its outreach to our town and our community, our world community. May our world be a better place because we have been here. Amen.
Amen. And Wes, would you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Ostergaard, do you have a Rotary Minute for us?
I do. Announced the district governor nominee designate. I think that's what they call it. So this is for 2021, I think. Anyway, I was pleased to see who they announced because he's a good friend of mine. It's Ray Anderson from the Highlands Ranch Club. And the reason I bring this up today is that Ray was very instrumental in getting this club started. When I had the idea to form a club for the city of Centennial, I approached Ray first about it before I talked to anybody else. And Ray enthusiastically signed on. From that moment, he was supportive of this club from the very beginning. And so it's with happy heart that I see that he's actually well-deserved in getting the nomination for district governor, because, like I say, he was instrumental in helping this club get started. So, by the way, he was president of the club at the time. I should have mentioned that first. But he was president of the Highlands Ranch Club, who sponsored us. And of course, a lot of times when you approach a club president about starting another club and they think, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose members, they're always reluctant. They're sometimes very reluctant, but he enthusiastically signed on and was supportive of the process completely through. He set up the meetings with the district governor and the extension committee chairman, and he was behind me 100% the whole way. So, anyway, that's my Rotary Minute.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank Phil, and Doug will be doing the takedown, but Phil was here early and got the place all set up. Of course, John Peterson was here. I think that he gets a room upstairs on the night before. And Cheryl, thank you for being the greeter. And also, yes, we do have the greeter badge back. We found it. It didn't get too far away, just got lost. I would like to introduce a couple of guests here. We have Carol Miller over here. She's from Prime Timers. Virginia Ortiz.
Different things that you might be willing to donate. My 2 nonprofits that I'm going to be supporting is Integrated Family Community Services and the Listen Foundation. So if you think you have anything awesome that you would like to donate for auction, I would greatly appreciate it.
Jeez. Trip's making this difficult. I have well, I have $5, but not 5 announcements. The first one is that I have a thankful buck. My mother went on vacation with a friend of hers to Hawaii, and as soon as she landed, came down with the flu, like the real flu. And her friend had a compromised immune system, so she immediately left and went back home. My poor mom was stuck there by herself until she felt good enough to fly home early herself. But she's home and is feeling better. It's not a good way to spend vacation. The second buck is I am happy to know that our chat group is tougher than Randy Pye's chat group because I came in and said, hey, John McCarty, do you think we should cancel tomorrow? And he goes, it's no big deal. So we're not canceling. If anyone wants to come to our chat group, 7 a.m. tomorrow at Eggenai.
It'll just be rain at 7 a.m.
That's what we also thought. And last is I have a scoop book. I apologize to our speaker, but I got to leave early.
7 a.m. where, Randy?
Eggenai.
Eggenai. God, that's good anytime.
So, Randy, you need to explain that we were meeting at night, not the weenie meeting in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, really.
So I've got two. Our original plan was to bug out on vacation tomorrow, but with the incoming storm, we're hitting the road about noon today. And then the second happy buck is for why we're going on vacation. We're heading down to Phoenix. My mom's 99th birthday is this weekend, so we're going to go celebrate that. But we might also take in a little bit of spring training, and we're going to head over to the Mikomato auction one day too.
The option, of course.
Okay, I have 5. I had the wonderful opportunity to visit the Prime Timers yesterday, and I want to thank Mary Alice and Cheryl and Ann, Doug, Jeannie, Charlie. I especially thank to John Peterson for helping me with the audiovisual, and Jay for the food. Also, if you haven't heard from me for chat groups, it's because I didn't contact you. So today, I will be contacting you. Thanks for your patience.
Don?
I've got $1. In the past, I gave a talk to the club about my idea for privatizing Social Security. I'm continuing to work on the book, but last week I submitted the spreadsheet of all my calculations to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, and they accepted it for copyright.
All right. That's a story. All right, who did I miss besides El Presidente?
Okay, I have 5. One is for our guests, all of our guests, including our 2 visiting Rotarians that snuck in the last minute back here. The second one is for Samantha and her crew for taking care of the opioid seminars. You're doing a yeoman's job. Thank you very much. And the last 3 is a happy buck. It's also a learn from my experience buck. If you have a business and you have a business account, check that business account often. I may have seemed a little distracted last Tuesday. It's because on Friday night, someone took a sizable amount of money out of my business account through a fraudulent ACH transaction. And we got it back. We caught it in time. But if you don't have a level of security on your business account above just having a normal business checking account, you're subject to the same thing. So we're in the process right now of securing up our business account, but just make sure it doesn't happen to you. And in your personal accounts, check it often, because this is becoming more and more prevalent. So.
What is it in time?
What's that?
You said
it happened at 6 o'clock on Friday night. I'm in a habit of going in on Saturday morning, either from, by laptop or by going into the office, going in and just checking things. And I had a balance alert, which only kicks in if it goes below $5,000. And I knew I had a lot more than that in the account. So I hit Key Bank at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. And if I hadn't have done that, chances are I wouldn't have gotten the money back. So just keep that in mind if you have a business account.
Oh, you have 5 here.
You didn't tell everybody to
From our facility down to a local park, which is 3 miles away. So again, 20 or 30-year-olds who never were able to ride bicycles now can ride bicycles because someone in our community learned about us and then invested themselves in our stars. So that's really what the Wellspring story is basically just human beings seeing other human beings in need and investing in those human beings. And you guys know as well as I do what happens when we invest in other human beings. They shine. And so that's what our stars do. So, yeah, Phil.
I have 2 questions.
Sure. I can hear you. Oh, but maybe others can.
I have 2 questions. Number 1, Wellspring community, where is it all? You talk about Castle Rock, but you have children from all over?
We serve 5 counties currently. Our vision is to scale dramatically so that we can serve many more stars. I mean, what we do is really special. We want to share it with as many special need adults as we can. We've just launched our first satellite in Colorado Springs. If that's successful, we'll be launching many more satellites. Right now, we are located just in Colorado Springs. But again, we serve from 5 communities. But if we can open satellites, we will serve many more, because most people don't want to come from that far away. But so if we can have bricks and mortar closer to them, many more. We serve, 0.1% of the total population we could be serving. So we intend to grow so we can serve more.
The second question is, how could the Centennial Club help Wellsprings? In what ways? Through volunteers or what other ways?
Sure, there's always need for service opportunities. Obviously, there's other Rotaries have made financial contributions to our transportation. So some of our stars are transported by their family members. The majority of our stars are transported on our vehicles. So we now have 4 vehicles, Developmental Pathways, which is a local community center board, which is how people get in, once you're in the Medicaid system, they help you find a provider. They've made a grant to us, so we're gonna be starting a new route with a new bus. So there's always opportunities for that, so we can let you guys know, when we're making our next sort of capital improvement purchase. We last December closed on a plot of land, so somebody was nice enough to donate us 2.5 acres just down the road from where we currently are. So the vision is eventually, when we raise enough money, we will build a new headquarters building on that site. Right now in the church that we're at, and God bless them, they've been so generous to support us, but most of our classrooms are on the 2nd floor. So we have not been able to serve folks that are non-ambulatory, and even many of the folks in our population have some physical limitations associated with being IDD. So even having to go upstairs, there is an elevator in the building, but literally takes 2 minutes to go 1 floor.
Can you share with us what the cost is per adult to have them in your program? Secondly, are you planning on building dormitories or living areas for them in the future? And then do you provide them an opportunity to learn skills that those who can go out and get employment in the community?
Great. Yeah, okay. So I may forget all 3 questions, so remind me. So the first question is, 85% of our stars thereabout are on Medicaid. So Medicaid decides how much it's going to, so we just take whatever Medicaid's willing to pay for that number of hours. If you're private pay, it's something, so it's an 8-hour day and it's something in the order of $120 to be there for the day. Without transportation, another, depending upon where you live, $5 a day for transportation, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that, depending upon where you live. The second question about residential, did I not answer your first question entirely? So
I didn't know if you would remember the
second question about residential. So Mary Lou, being an aging mother of a special needs child, residential is very close to her heart, and close to the heart of all of the families who we serve. Residential